White Auracite. Okay, I'll definitely take this. I'll definitely take this. Okay. Because I'm gonna go with Seed next. I'm gonna go with the Seed as well. We're gonna take one of the All Out Hauntings, obviously. If we can, obviously. So that is a copy. I'm gonna take that one. Well, I'm gonna take both actually. I forgot about the doubling of the of the. Okay, so that was fantastic. Now that's something I can get behind of. Actually, no. He only has 5, so I'm gonna attack with just 6 because I'm fine with that. And I knew that was gonna happen. I've completely forgot I had a negate. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Completely forgot I had a negate. I could have attacked with everything. How's it going, everyone? Welcome to another video on the channel. Today's video is going to be another All Out Brawl episode. This time is number 7 and we're starting with dual colors, right? So Azorius is going to be the first. Since Final Fantasy just came out, I decided, okay, why not show off one of the possible Final Fantasy commanders? I love artifacts. It's going to be something here. You're going to see a lot of artifact stuff every time it's possible. You chose Cid Timeless Artificer that says artifact creatures and heroes you control get +1/+1 for each Artificer you control and each Artificer card in your graveyard. A deck can have any number of cards named Cid Timeless Artificer. So I could have put like 20 of these, but I didn't want to, and I couldn't actually because I only have 2 uncommon wild cards. Don't ask me how. But still, it works fine with just 1 because the intention here, for me at least, is making creatures huge with Cid, and that works perfectly just coming from the command zone. So to do that, we have some very early ramp with Chromox, Mox Amber, world map. You can pay 1, tap, sacrifice, search a library for a basic land card. Arcane Signet, Automated Artificer. It's an Artificer and it's also a mana rock, so fantastic. Ornithopter of Paradise is an artifact creature and it's a mana rock. Midnight Clock, it's also a mana rock and an artifact, so you can't really go wrong with that. Plus, obviously you have cards like Forsaken Monument and Mightstone and Weakstone, but those cost a lot more. So we also have a lot of card draw with, again, Esper Sentinel. Ingenious Smith is a sort of card draw, can work and cannot. Instant Ramen also is card draw. Lauren of Third Path is card draw and removal. Forensic Agiteer, for every artifact spell you cast, you will investigate, which makes it card draw. Ristic Study, it will force your opponents to spend a lot of money to keep up with Ristic Study, so they won't pay a lot of times, so card draw. Chrome Courier, just like Ingenious Smith, is a little bit card draw-ish as well, you know, so pretty decent. Then you have a bunch of new cards from Final Fantasy like Iron Giant, which is huge. You have Gratia, so it can draw cards as well whenever another creature or artifact you control dies. You have Machinist Arsenal to make a huge hero that becomes an Artificer as well, so it synergizes perfectly with Cid. Plus it gets +2/+2 for each artifact you control, and guess what? You have a lot of them. You have the Lunar Whale that lets you look at the top card of your library at any time, and you can play cards if you attack with the Lunar Whale. It only crews 1. It's also a legendary artifact, which is fantastic. You have Ring of the Lucci, which is a mana rock. You have Rook Turret as well that lets you draw more cards. Memories of Nibelheim is basically Stroke of Midnight, which lets you destroy target non-land permanent. You also have Herald's Horn. This one is a little weird, but you're probably gonna pick Artificer, for example, right? Because that's what you're gonna have the most. But Maskwood Nexus kind of solves that problem for you, so pretty good. We also have some doubling creation of tokens because we have Simulacrum Synthesizer in the deck. Obviously, it's an artifact deck. It has to have Simulacrum Synthesizer, so Anointed Perception doubles the tokens. And also Panharmonicon that doubles triggered abilities of permanents you control, right? If an artifact or creature or anything causes triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. So if you have Simulacrum Synthesizer, on the battlefield along with Anointed Procession and Panharmonicon. For example, you play, let's say, a Cloud Key. It triggers the Simulacrum Synthesizer, which will trigger Anointed Procession, which will trigger Panharmonicon twice, so be creating a bunch of tokens. It's crazy. You also have ways of getting things out of the graveyard with Cavalier of Dawn, Brilliant Restoration, and Ishkar the Holy Sea. You know, you have a bunch of stuff here. Honestly, you have ways of going to get what you need with Repurposing Bay and also Oswald Fiddlebender. You have a bunch of stuff. The deck is very fun. It works out pretty well. I think you're gonna like it if you try it. I've been babbling for a long time, so I'm just gonna let the games speak for themselves now. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, let's get in some games. So let's start the recording, guys. This is gonna be it's gonna be rough. First game against this deck is gonna be very rough. Non-creature spell. Well, technically this is a creature, right? So it's a, well, not technically, it is a creature, period. But I still think I'll keep, you know, I have Mendicant Core turn 2. This one can scry. Sheaf of the Foundry makes everything bigger. I'll have a negate. I'll keep. It's not a great hand, but I always say that. Have you noticed that in my videos? It's not a great hand, but I'll keep. I'm a firm believer of, you know, art of the card type stuff. So this one isn't terrible, you know. We could have negated already, but... Okay, so... Yeah, I think I'll rather flash in or save the negate right now, but I'll probably flash in the instant ramen. Because I cannot negate the Goshintai of Life's Origin, so who cares? And maybe if I get another land. Okay, a synthesizer isn't the worst thing that has happened, but I'm pretty sure our opponent will have more than enough to deal with everything. No, I think I'll rather do this. Because this means the next time I can play a Plains, a Midnight Clock. And then I'll still have 2, which is enough for a Medicant. Right? Or I can just Panharmonicon and be happy. For like 3 minutes. I think I'm gonna start with the Panharmonicon. Yeah, I cannot pay, so enjoy. That Ristic Study is beautiful. I will hope we will be able to, you know, get some activations out of our Simulacrum Synthesizer. I don't mind losing the 6/6s. I don't even mind losing the Panharmonicon, even though I would enjoy keeping it on the battlefield for one more turn. What do you say? What do you say? Because we need to be very aggressive, and at this point I don't think that's going to be possible, but we will always have Cavalier of Dawn to kinda try and bring us back to the Simulacrum side, let's put it that way. So I decided for Cid, which was the one that won the polls, mainly because it's new. You know, there are a lot of Azorius commanders that I could have selected, but I only chose newer ones like Cid, Esper's team, and I don't remember the other one. Okay, that is rough. That is not something I like to see, for sure, but let's start making things bigger. So, should I pay? I will only have 2 available. I can go with Medicant's Core, but it's not gonna be great. I'm not gonna pay. I'm not gonna pay because this will allow me to copy my spells. Plus, I'm creating a bunch of. It will allow me to copy when I get to max speed, obviously. Plus, I'm creating a bunch of tokens. He will block with the 1/1s, obviously. Right now this is it seems to be like let's see who can create more tokens the quickest, which is we'll see. For example, next turn, if Mendicant survives, if the Simulacrum survives, you know, we can create 2 chiefs of the foundries, making everything bigger, creating double the tokens, which is very, very, very good. But I don't know if that's going to be possible, I mean. Okay, Mendicant is still here, so we can still do something. Let's see. I'm still not scared. I am still not scared. I am a little scared. Okay, so. Like I said, this changes nothing for us. I'm still not gonna pay. We need the mana. So that eventually we can actually max speed. Let's see if our opponent wants to trade. Like, if he wants to trade Goshintai with Mendicant, I'll trade. Yeah, sure, why not? Sucks, but I'll trade, you know. We'll have a Cavalier of Dawn that we can play eventually. Right now we only have 1 mana available. Punishment sucks. Took out our Seed of the Synod. That's what made me angrier, you know. I do not care about these tokens. We'll be creating them. I do not care about what's it called? Okay, so that's good. That is actually fantastic. Now, I can Forsaken Monument, right? Create 2 more tokens. They're huge, so yeah, I think that is definitely the play. I don't have that to pay again, so but I will start to have it, so that's great. I will attack because he needs to block every time. We are not winning this race for now. Next turn we might start doing something with Mightstone and Weakstone, for example, because I'm gonna be having more mana, right? But we'll see. We'll see if we need to kill something, because Goshintai creates tokens. Everything creates tokens, man. Okay, now we're screwed. Now he has flying, so now we're screwed. We kind of need to start taking those tokens out of the equation. That is not it for sure. Let me go with that, and since I don't really have we will have 4 mana, which means we can actually mask with Nexus and create more tokens. I will decline again. And we're gaining life. I will take out that, I guess, and I will take out that, I guess. And Mask with Nexus gives us a little bit more life. 2 more tokens, making ours bigger. I will attack with everything, man. That's what I need to do. Like, I need to put some pressure on, and the most things I take out of the battlefield, the better. But he's gonna have just a bunch of flyers, and that's what's gonna kill us, you know, because he has a lot of mana. These are 4/4s, but he just needs to make them flyers, and we're dead. You know what I mean? And that is the rough part. That is definitely the rough part. We have a lot of good stuff happening here, but nothing that can save us. We would need a Cyclonic Rift, but we don't have the mana. We would need the... I know exactly what we would need actually. We would need the Lauren of the Third Path. We would need... where is the other one? A Flare of Fortitude. We would need a white Aura Seat, Aura Sight, whatever. We would need the... Where is the other one? God damn it. We would need a Settle the Wreckage. That's what we would need, but I don't think we're gonna... Okay, we survived one more turn. That's good. White Aura Sight. Okay, I'll definitely take this. I'll definitely take this. Okay. So how much mana do we have? We can pay 1 and still have 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3 is not great. I think we need the 4. Because I'm gonna go with Cid next. I'm gonna go with the Cid as well. We're gonna take one of the All Out Hauntings, obviously. If we can, obviously. So that is a copy. I'm gonna take that one. Well, I'm gonna take both actually. I forgot about the doubling of the of the... Okay, so that was fantastic. Now that's something I can get behind of. And considering I don't know what's coming, I think I'm gonna attack with all of these. Well, he only has 5 creatures, so... actually, no. He only has 5, so I'm gonna attack with just 6 because I'm fine with that. And I knew that was gonna happen. I've completely forgot I had a negate. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Completely forgot I had a negate. I could have attacked with everything. I thought like, oh, the negate would be good, like if he has a board wipe or if he has a way of taking out our white Aura Sight, seat, whatever. Completely forgot I had the negate for the Settle the Wreckage that I remembered could be coming. But a pretty decent game against two very like token creating strategies, at least in this game. So pretty happy. Let's get into another one. That first game was crazy, man. I really liked it. We were talking about token creation versus token creation. That was awesome. I really want to keep because of Lauren. This one might... It's green, so it might play a lot of enchantments, right? But at the same time, I think it's super slow. Panharmonicon. This one definitely is not better. But the Panharmonicon was very good, so maybe we might be a little bit lucky. I'll keep and see what's up. We might be a little bit lucky, you know, draw 2 cards in a row or draw an Ornithopter of Paradise, an Arcane Signet, something like that. I said 2 cards, but I meant 2 lands. Panharmonicon is going to be the first thing to come into the battlefield. If okay, Gyros Familiar isn't terrible. I think I'll get the white. So now we need... I would say Gyros Familiar would be a good one, to be completely honest, but... Okay, so I think I'm gonna go with this. Everything's a little bit cheaper. We're living life as we should. Then Panharmonicon is gonna be the second one. I think our opponent was scared of counters and stuff like that, but... We don't play with that here, man. Come on. Okay, so more land, which is brilliant. We will Panharmonicon still. And just pass turn, because this way next turn depending on what we get. Like if we get another untapped land, we can rook turret, right? Okay, I don't have any problems with that. Which is supposed to control can be countered. I have a problem with that, but I can kill everything with the final showdown. So okay, so no thingy, but let us first of all simulacrum. We're gonna get 2 lands out of the deal, which is fantastic. 1 blue and 1 white. Why complain about that? We're gonna go with the Drafna as well. It's starting to prepare things for next turn. We're gonna attack. There's no reach, so let's make our opponent's life as difficult as possible. If we can, we're gonna block. Obviously, we can only block with when you're cast. Oof, that's oof. My word. My word. So our opponent is pretty well set up by this point. So what we need to do is final showdown. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I think that's exactly what we need. Okay, so definitely final showdown. That costs 3, unfortunately, or 2. It costs 3. So she's a creature you control. Let me see. I can do all of that. There's no like indestructible. There's no nothing here. I can protect my familiar or Drafna. I think I want to protect Drafna because I can start getting yeah, I think that's the play here. So I'll protect Drafna. I'll take action, yeah. And I'll just attack, why not? Okay, so that was good for us, obviously. That's not great, but not super scary either. We have a settle the wreckage that can settle this. So I can go with that. Kill 2 of them or just draw 4 cards. So I think I'm gonna kill 1. First I'm gonna draw. And then I'm gonna kill just 1. I know it's gonna put counters on the others, but I'm not like scared. Or did what? Equal to its power on each creature you control, name growth triplets. Okay, so why didn't it do that? Extremely confused, but who cares, right? And I don't have enough for settle the wreckage because it didn't tap correctly. So I'll authority of the councils and I guess copy target artifact spell you control. I cannot do that. So I guess for now I'm just gonna pass turn. Very confused. I don't know why I couldn't copy an artifact that I control. Costs 3. I have 3. Anyway, who cares? See? I don't know why that doesn't work. I can add 2 and 1. Oh, maybe because okay. Okay, so that has trample. That's gonna happen either way. I'm not gonna block, no. What I will do is I will put the Might Stone and Weak Stone back in my hand. So that I can replay it and, you know, have some fun again. Now, I'm going to be smart with the taps. 4, 5, sure. I just need to leave that there. Jesus Christ, man. I'm gonna kill that one, and I'm gonna kill that one, and we got the win. So I could be, you know, I could do this several times over the next couple of turns if he didn't have a way of dealing with draft. Now I think protecting it with the final showdown was smart. We would have enough for a settled wreckage. We could have mirror made another Panharmonicon, for example. I didn't really think about that. I should have done that first, and I could have wiped the whole board. We were in a pretty good position. Eventually we were going to be threefold Thunderhulk and be creating a bunch of tokens, so we were in a good position. That was a good win. Let's get into another one. So we had a loss against the Prosper Tomebound deck. Didn't see a lot of mana, but our opponent's deck just went too crazy, too quick. I think I'll keep, you know, we have Ephemerate. It's good to protect. Thousand Moons Mini. This actually, no, it's a terrible hand. This one's much better. I'll keep this one for sure. So first of all, Temple of Enlightenment. Yep, I'll keep that. Mox Amber, it's not gonna be doing anything soon, but next turn we can command tower, and that's Arcane Signet. Why not? It's indifferent. This is not really gonna do anything. We're playing against what? Flip a coin, copy that spell. I don't think I'm gonna like this game. I don't think this is gonna be enjoyable. We'll see. What's this? Never cast a second spell, create a something. Okay. So now we're gonna have a bunch of stuff. So I think Joyrus Familiar should be our first one, because next turn we're gonna have access to a lot of mana, and we can actually just Steel Overseer and Automated Artificer, unless our opponent has something to deal with all of that. Ooh, that's also very good. But I'm gonna start with Cid, and then I think I will, yeah, I'll go with that, and I'll go with that. So, a lot of stuff happening. Very good. I went all out insane because we have a Brilliant Restoration in hand, which means that we will need 7 mana, of course, but 7, but we will get everything back except the Cid. Okay, so he didn't win, right? What does that do? Can't be blocked, draw a card. Okay. So we got kind of lucky there. I'm just gonna do that now. Okay, so we can destroy something from our opponent. And I think we have exactly that many mana. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. So our creatures are huge. At this point, I'm gonna make them huger. And win, I guess. I was gonna attack with just those two. I thought about attacking with Cid just to see if he will double block, because Breaches is very cheap. He could have played him next turn again, no worries. But this was a very good start, you know. Not a lot of mana. I mean, we kind of had, actually. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 active mana plus one thing that makes historic spells cost 1 less to cast. So that wasn't terrible, but we were a little far away from Brilliant Restoration, because if he wiped the board, we would have lost the Automated Artificer and the Cid, which means Mox Amber wouldn't do anything, and we would basically have only 4 lands. 4 mana available, but pretty happy, pretty quick game. Let's get into another one. Okay, so 3 pretty good wins and a loss so far with this rendition of the deck. Like the first one I built was all losses. I'll definitely keep this hand, it's very good. I just don't know if I should Temple first or Hollow Fountain first, but I think I'm gonna Hollow Fountain, pay 2 life and Esper Sentinel. If our opponent wants to kill it, we'll immediately get 1 card, which is fantastic. All good. Now we're gonna do this and just play it safe. Cloud Key is fantastic as well. Cloud Key will make all of our artifacts or creatures or whatever cheaper. We have more artifacts than creatures, so I don't know. At this point in time, I think we should choose creatures because it would make Cid, Lauren, Emery, Ingenious Smith, everything would be cheaper. So I think creature is the best way of going about it, you know. But still, not gonna complain. Especially if we consider the fact that okay, can draw a card. But so can I, cool. Especially if we consider the fact that we will have a Brilliant Restoration. So I'm going to choose. I already have 2 white, a blue. I do not want to go with Ingenious Smith, but I definitely don't want to go with Brilliant Restoration because I don't want to go with Lauren because I think I have to go with Ingenious Smith, man. And next turn I'll do this. Now we'll take out Samut. He's gonna just, you know, replay it, but that is fine. Now it costs 5, so it is something. Yeah, I think next turn probably is time for Cid, I would say, just to make him, just so that I could draw a couple more cards, but at the same time now I need to go with Lauren just so that I can take out the Innkeeper Salon. So, you know, it's wild, man. It's wild. It's a decision-making process that keeps happening. Well, actually, we can go with both. We can actually go with both, so let's just be happy about it. We can actually vomit our entire hand at this point, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Mill 4 cards. Did we mill something? We did. Sculpting Steel is something that I want to copy next turn. I'm gonna attack. He's not gonna block because he will be able to play Samut again, but now we have blockers, I think. Depends. We can block with Cid, not super worried. We can block with Lauren, I'm not super worried. Wheeled Great Worm is insane, so we'll see what happens. What does this do? Whenever creature control deals combat damage, blah blah blah. So we decided to take out the Midnight Clock. I am fine with that. Definitely fine with that. So let me do the math. I can do this. Choose Sculpting Steel. Make Sculpting Steel copy Cloud Key for 3. Yeah, I think that's the thing. Sculpting Steel. I don't think he has a way of it's gonna copy Cloud Key. I'm gonna choose Enchantment. Now I'm gonna go with Mirror Maid. I'm gonna copy the white thingy, and I'm gonna take out the Great One. Okay, so see, everything worked out pretty well. And I'm gonna attack with those 2 because obviously I am. Again, he's not gonna block most likely. He is perfect. 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 Not gonna complain about that one. Oh, that's why he's gonna block. Yeah, let's draw cards. Let's see what we get. We might get something good. We did not. Yeah, sure, of course. Prairie Stream, it's our land, and we can now just go with that. Okay, so we lost Cid. That sucks. But again, if he takes everything out, we have ways of bringing everything back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're only on 5. That sucks. We can block with Drafna, but I think I'm gonna keep copying the white thingy. Ooh. Wait. Starting your graveyard. I can actually non-token white creatures, so I can actually take out Lauren and nah, that doesn't make any sense. I was thinking about something else. So no blocks, let him draw another card. Our life total is still decent enough. That is fine by me. Iron Giant, I like it, but nothing too crazy. I have nothing there. I don't understand why I cannot copy things. I'm sure I'm doing something terribly wrong, but so this will cost 5 and I'll still have 3. I think I'm gonna start by drawing. Heuristic Study is pretty good. This one is huge though. Nah, I think I want to go with that plus Heuristic Study, and if needed I will Flare of Fortitude. Like I have that protection going on, so nothing really is going to happen now. If like Emery, no, it's a white creature, I'll take out Lauren. So Primeval Bounty, whenever you cast a creature spell, Landfall. Okay, so that is a crazy one, but drawing cards, which is always nice. Phoenix Chick, drawing more cards, I think. I mean, he's probably gonna take out the thingy there, but don't care. So far so good. Don't need to like super worry about that. This return target artifact, creature, enchantment, or planeswalker. Right now, do I want to do anything? I don't think. Wait, this? No, I don't think I do. Let him draw. Like, it's just a 1/1. I think I gotta be a little bit smarter than that. Copy target artifact spell you control. I'm confused. I'm honest to God confused. Okay, more land. That's definitely not what we want. I'm gonna draw again. I'm gonna give him another one. Smothering Tide. That's good, because our opponent now will have a lot of stuff to deal with. And it's time for Iron Giant, and we can still go with the 42 to protect everything we own. So I'm good with what we're doing. He has a lot of mana, but I doubt he's gonna not pay a lot of stuff. Or a lot of times, I mean. So he's gaining life. It's when he casts a creature. That's not a creature, but what does this do? Attack, create 2 tokens with flying and blah blah. If that creature is legendary, instead create 2 of those tokens. Okay, so I have to remind myself that I have a goddamn 9/9 Vigilance, Reach, and Trample. Mox Amber isn't terrible. It's more mana, but that's not exactly what I wanted. So that's a 7/8 now. And it just becomes something. It doesn't have any type of protection, right? Okay, so I'm gonna let him do that and I'm gonna see what he does. Reinforced Ronin, okay. Again, I'm just letting him go all out. Okay, so now he doesn't have any mana to protect himself. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take Samut, because that's pretty much the entire thing our opponent wants to do. And we are solid. He's not gonna attack, I'm fairly certain. Yep, so we are good on that one. And turn, we have huge creatures. Well, one huge creature, but our board is completely like taxing. I guess that's a thing. Our opponent, again, I'm gonna draw because I'm not being like super lucky. Chrome Courier wasn't terrible. I didn't even think about that that thing there. So I'm gonna start by doing that. I'm gonna Chrome Courier because I need to see what we will be able to find. Not a lot of cards, but Cavalier of Dawn, I can destroy something, and when it dies, okay, so that's the card I want. I can destroy target non-land permanent. Okay, so I will destroy the Primeval Bounty. I think that's what's making our opponent the biggest, you know, threat right now. And I can actually also play the automated Artificer, which is pretty good. And I still have 2 that I can use that to protect, and I can still do that. So we're in a pretty good spot, man. I'm not gonna complain. I'm going to attack with our 10-10 because, again, we can protect it. If he blocks with everything, okay. Should I though? Yeah, I should. It has vigilance, it has trample, so he needs to literally block with a lot of things. So he's gonna block with all of his tokens. I will let that go. To be completely honest, I will let that die. It's a very fair trade in my opinion. I'm gonna go with this. We have more than enough mana. We have Pretty Stream, we have a Treasure, we have Mox Ember, and I think this is good enough for now. Yeah, I'm happy with this. We have 1 blocker in the air. I forgot about that. I'm gonna be honest, I forgot about that. But yeah, still, that was dumb, but I'm not super worried. Like I said, we have 1 blocker, we have a lot of card draw available with the Sentinel and the Re-6 Study. We have a bunch of mana creation, we have protection. If he wipes the entire board, we can get at least 1 or 2 cards back with the restoration. So we just need a closer, you know, something big to happen. We have big blockers. We have a 4/6 and a 5/7. I can just like, that sucks. That sucks. I can just draw a card. Yeah, of course I draw a card. I can just put bodies in front of the Tyrannox Rex, for example. I can just Chrome Courier and automated Artificer, for example. What's that? Okay, so I don't need that. And we got the win. That was fantastic. We would double block probably. After double blocking, we would going to either Brilliant Restoration just because, or get something again with Emery. Our board was stacked with things to stack our opponents. Ristic Study, Smothering Tide, these cards are crazy and annoying for a reason, but they're also extremely good for a reason, right? Emery is fantastic. Cid makes everything big. Like, I think we saw what Cid can do. Again, probably not the best deck possible that you can build with Cid, but you know, I think I did a pretty decent job, as you can see in the videos. By the way, this is the final thoughts already as well. We had some pretty interesting games against some pretty interesting commanders. I think we managed to maneuver most games pretty well. I made a couple of mistakes in every game, as per usual. You don't expect perfect plays every time here, but yeah, pretty happy with this. I really hope you enjoyed the video. I will put a poll on my socials as usual, asking what the next commander should be. Please don't forget to follow my TikTok now. I just created an account there. It only has one post, but I swear I'm gonna I'm gonna be putting more, at least 3 or 4 every week there. Like plays, pack openings, either Magic or Pokemon, you know, pack battles with my girlfriend, stuff like that. If there's a new set coming out, I'll probably pick a couple cards of every set and be like, oh, this is going to be a great commander, or this is going to be a great card for that specific deck, blah blah, you know, stuff like that. So I'm really into doing this. I'm really into doing more and better, and for that I appreciate the support you guys give me, and if it keeps coming, my videos will also keep coming, and more ideas and stuff, because you know, it's like a vicious cycle, let's put it that way. And it feels great, and I hope you guys enjoy the videos. With that being said, please don't forget to leave that like, comment, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. It's extremely appreciated, and yeah, I'll see you on the next one.